Trying to sort this. Always a fiddle to sort this out.
I sometimes feel as if I've given birth to this island. Somewhere between the longitude and latitude up, and it beached remotely here. No matter how hard I correlate, it remains a singularity, an alpha point in my life that refuses all hypothesis. I return each time leaving fresh markers that I hope, in the full glare of my hopelessness, will have blossomed into fresh insight in the interim.
Sort this out. It's being bloody stupid then. Yeah. It means being stupid. Still. I can't see the fucking screen. There we go. I can see the screen now. I couldn't see the screen before. If you could see the screen. No. Some kind of paint on the floor or something. I do believe. Paint splattered against the wall. Right, paint split against the wall. Anything else in this room? No. Yeah, I think it's bloody wire, man. Second. Start. Hello. Start. Game. Start. Start.
Donnelly reported the legend of the hermit, a holy man who sought solitude in its most pure form.
Okay.
Allegedly, he rode here from the mainland in a boat without a bottom, so all the creatures of the sea could rise at night to converse with him. How disappointed he must have been with their chatter. Perhaps now, when all that haunts the ocean is the rubbish dumped from the tankers, he'd find more peace. They say he threw his arms wide in a valley on the south side and the cliff opened up to provide him shelter. They say he died of fever 116 years later. The shepherds left gifts for him at the mouth of the cave, but Donnelly records they never claimed to have seen him. I have visited the cave and I have left my gifts, but like them, I appear to be an unworthy subject of his solitude.
Oops, over the edge. I might have gone down the wrong way. Well, well, just trying to think where to go here. Trying to get over. I got over that side before. How did I do it? Don't know. I really want to be falling down there again.
At night, you can see the lights sometimes from a passing tanker or trawler. From up on the cliffs, they are mundane. But down here, they fugue into ambiguity. For instance, I cannot readily tell if they belong above or below the waves. The distinction now seems banal. Why not everything and all at once? There's nothing better to do here than indulge in contradictions whilst waiting for the fabric of life to unravel. Dear Esther, I found myself to be as featureless as this ocean, as shallow and unoccupied as this bay, a listless wreck without identification. My rocks are these bones, and a careful fence to keep the precipice at bay. Shot through me caves, my forehead a mount. This aerial will transmit into me so. All overexposed, the nervous system, where Donnelly's boots and yours and mine still trample. I will carry a torch for you. I will leave it at the foot of my headstone. You will need it for the tunnels that carry me under. The mount is clearly the focal point of this landscape. It almost appears so well placed as to be artificial. I find myself easily slipping into the delusional state of ascribing purpose, deliberate motive to everything here. Was this island formed during the moment of impact? When we were torn loose from our moorings, and the seatbelts cut motorway lanes into our chests and shoulders, did it first break surface then? When someone had died or was dying, or was so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice, they cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath. You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boats, and know to send aid or impose a cordon of protection, and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts. My lines are just for this, to keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh. They were God-fearing people, those shepherds. There was no love in the relationship. Donnelly tells me that they had one Bible that was passed around in strict rotation. It was stolen by a visiting monk in 1776, 2 years before the island was abandoned altogether. In the interim, I wonder, did they assign chapter and verse to the stones and grasses, marking the geography with a superimposed significance that they could actually walk the Bible and inhabit its contradictions? Dear Esther, I met Paul. I made my own little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life. I threw my arms wide and the cliff opened out before me, making this rough home. I transferred my belongings from the bothy on the mount and tried to live here instead. It was cold at night, and this...
To join this 2 minutes, guys. I need to join my friend's party chat. Give me a second. No, join back the game. Right, in.
Sea lapped at the entrance at high tide.
How are you, mate?
To climb the peak, I must first venture even deeper into the veins of the island, where the signals are blocked altogether. Only then will I understand them, when I stand on the summit and they flow into me, uncorrupted.
Bet it's a bit shit then. I had a weird day yesterday, geezer. I went out for a walk. You know, I'm on broadcast now. I went out for a walk, yeah. Sat on the bench outside, and this guy wanted to, you know. So I said to him, basically, I don't fight and whatever else, and this is. And he was like, me, yeah. Believe it or not, no reason. So I says to him, listen, mate, just go home. And I said to him. And he said to me, he smashed the bench over my head. I said, try it and see what happens. That's what I said to him. And he was like, coming closer to me, and I pretended I wasn't scared of him. You know what I mean, George? Ian. So I'm not saying this. Yeah, so I went out with him yesterday, and this guy started annoying us. So George was there as well. George had to say to me, just ignore him, calm down. You know what I mean? Mate, I was getting close to you, if you know what I'm saying. No, yeah, and then he was like looking at me around the corner. I thought, what the hell are you doing that for? Weirdo. Oh, Ian. Broadcasting this game, it's not in VR, but I'd rather do it in VR. I've got so many games I could actually be doing on YouTube for people and making them enjoy the experience. Yeah. For real for the deal. Oh, what's up here, man? Perhaps you're missing your missus and things are not going the way you want them to go, and everything's on top of you with work and that. Or is she moaning at you or something? That's what bombers do. That's what bombers do, don't they? I mean, my side down below is still killing me. I've got to have painkillers again today. I mean, it's taken me since the last set. Yeah. Second.
Come back.
I mean, my uncle's seen the wound, what they've done. It's a massive one. A massive wound, you know, and they've removed that thing out that hole. I fell on that. I mean, I went out for a walk yesterday in the dark as well, and I fell down the fucking grass, man. Down the actual... That's what I mean, yeah. That's what I mean. I don't know if I've actually... I don't think I would have popped my silicone ball, have I? For just running down the hill, would I? Bloody hell, Ian, this is bizarre, mate. They're trying to find a way for a tunnel, and I don't know the exit. What did you think about that game yesterday I showed you in the tank? Good, isn't it? I can't wait until they actually bring out virtual reality movies you can actually see in the actual movie. And the whole movie goes around you. That's going to be sick, and that's the next thing. You're actually inside the movie itself. What, today? That's a crazy thing. I mean, he's probably sitting back thinking they could never catch me in it now, will they?
I dreamt I stood in the centre of the sun, and the solar radiation cooked my
It seems a bit crazy, brother.
My teeth will curl, and my fingernails fall off into my pockets like
up with
loose
him and
change.
stuff.
If I could stomach, I'd eat, but all I seem capable of is salt water. Were the livestock still here, I could turn feral and gorge. I'm as emaciated as a body on a slab, opened up for a premature source of death. I've rowed to this island.
I'll tell you what, Ian, I hope you don't go through this fucking agony. Fuck me, mate. I tell you. What did you get? What happened? Did you remove it or? Yeah, fucking horrendous. Feels like you've been stabbed with 1,000 needles. You know what I mean? Someone's like got you with a kitchen knife and cutting you. You know what I mean? Jump down this hole. I don't even know where this takes me to. What the hell's down here? Loading. Oh, I must have completed it. I've got another trophy. I've got a silver trophy for doing this level, Ian.
Dear Esther, I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times.
M5 Exeter to Bristol.
But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses, and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my Ordnance Survey maps, I simply cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sanford and the welcome brake services. But although I can always see it in my rear-view mirror, I have as yet been unable to pull ashore.
Just have a look everywhere and get all these trophies. So how are you doing in yourself? You okay apart from your problems, or how are you doing yourself? You doing alright in yourself, or pulling through? I mean, I wish I could help you, brother. I suppose talking to your house, isn't it? Or you still there? Hello, Ian, you there? I mean, I suppose talking to your house, isn't it? Or you just want your own space, don't you? I mean, can't you believe what's happened? You've lost your girlfriend. I'm sure that's annoyed you. Yeah.
There must be a hole in the bottom of the boat. How else could new hermits have arrived?
I know you feel, mate. You live in the world like that, and you know people are not what you think they are, and my uncle had a go at me again yesterday because I didn't know how to set up my VR. So he's got some bad problems, hasn't he? I didn't know how to set up my VR glasses on my head yesterday because it was new, and he had a go at me because of that. He started bawling. My uncle started bawling and shouting at me. I mean, I don't mind him as a person. I mean, he's probably under a lot of stress, but you know, sometimes he's got to watch what he's saying. You know, his attitude is quite disgusting, really. 2 weeks ago, mate. 2-3 weeks ago now. I can't touch the beer at the minute.
It's only at night that this place makes any sluggish effort at life. You can see the buoy and the aerial. I've been taking to sleeping through the day in an attempt to resurrect myself.
I mean, I feel tons better when I
can
having
feel
one,
the
but I
last
think to
days
myself,
drawing upon
remember
me.
the olden times, you know.
There's little point now in continuation. There must be something new to find here. Some nook or some cranny that offers a perspective worth clinging to. I've burnt my bridges. I've sunk my boats and
I mean, are you
watched them
still
go
drinking
to
your
water.
beer, or? Ian? Are you still drinking your beer, or? So what, this game is very good. It's how it's designed and the landscape, but bloody fuck me, mate. It's confusing. Where I bloody go? I'm pretty sure I came down that hill. Yeah, it's like looking down at the virtual reality is like looking down a cinema picture. Yeah, it's quite cool, yeah. It's pretty cool, yeah. I was like 490. I got 2 games of it as well. Yeah. Yeah. The games on these are more expensive, aren't they? Can you see me, can you? I didn't know I broadcast in the party chat if you want to join and watch me, mate. Or... Where do I got to go here? This is really confusing me. I'm pretty sure I came down that hill or somewhere. Just on the other side then. Do you know I've got a Mafia t-shirt? You know, because I've got the game, I've got a t-shirt of Mafia 3. Yeah. The guy getting run over underneath a car. No, I'm playing a different game. It's like, it's in England, and you can look around at the trees and the gravel and stuff. Yeah. Well, I'd buy. I'd actually buy you a VR, mate, if I saw you. I'd save up for one and buy you one. I mean, I even offered to buy my uncle one. He said, "Don't be silly." That's what he said to me. No, the microphone's on my, I haven't got the microphone on my ears. I've got headphones and, yeah. Oh crap, where am I going? Right, so basically, I came down here, slid down here, but I'll try and, can't remember where I went now. This must be in this. Did you hear about them, like, killer clowns yet? The fuck, man? Why the fuck would you want to do that for? And try and open someone's fucking door. Fucking open someone's door, you get yourself killed. I mean, you don't do that to people's doors. You know what I mean? You do that. You stupid people. Can you imagine if someone did that to your door, Ian, with a clown suit? What would you do if someone came to your door, try and get in with a clown suit on? Huh? No, I was just saying,
I had kidney stones.
What would you do if someone tried to
hospital.
break in with your house with a clown suit on?
After the operation, when I was still half submerged in anaesthetic,
That's what I'd do, yeah.
your outline and your speech both blurred. Now my stones have grown into an island and made their escape.
Maybe a prank and a joke and a funny laugh
drunk.
when it happens, but when after the aftermath, it isn't. Whoa, where's this game taking me? Oh.
When I first looked into the shaft, I swear I felt the stones in my stomach shift in recognition.
Going for impact. Oh, I believe I see a house in the distance. Inside there then. Through the Isle of Bloody White. Tell you what, mate, imagine in the garden like this. So much space and land in the garden.
I've begun my ascent on the windless slope of the western side. The setting sun was an inflamed eye squeezing shut against the light shone in by the doctors. My neck is aching through constantly craning my head up to track the light of the aerial. I must look downwards, follow the path under the island to a new beginning.
This looks kind of barn. Received me. They must get another trophy for the PS4. They must. Dear me. 1 hour later, I climb a hill. I still can't reach my destination. What do I do?
The bothy was constructed originally in the early 1700s.
I call my friend Ian
then,
and help him,
shepherding
ask
had
him to
formalised
drive me up
into
the
a
hill.
career. The first habitual shepherd was a man called Jakobsen, from a lineage of migratory Scandinavians. He was not considered a man of breeding by the mainlanders. He came here every summer whilst building the bothy, hoping eventually that becoming a man of property would secure him a wife and a lineage. Donnelly records that it did not work. He caught some disease from his malcontented goats and died 2 years after completing it. There was no one to carve white lines into the cliff for him either.
That's a shame. I can't believe I'm looking at the wrong screen here. Screen's that way. Wait a second. Ow. Ow. I have to look sideways when I'm playing this virtual reality. I can't even sit forward.
Three cormorants seen at dusk. They did not land.
Not yet, no.
This house built of stone, built by a long-dead shepherd.
Somewhere, I think.
My camp bed, a stove, a table, chairs, my clothes, my books. The caves that score out the belly of this island, leaving it famished. My limbs and belly famished. This skin, these organs, this failing eyesight. When the battery runs out in my torch, I will descend into the caves and follow only the phosphorescence home.
This game's taking me on a wild journey. Going to a journey in south. Yep, no. You should be putting your feet up. You should be relaxing. Yes, yes. Don't fall off the edge of the cliff. No, that'd be terrible. To get you in the morning.
What to make of Donnelly, the laudanum and the syphilis? It is clearly not how he began, but I've been unable to discover if the former was a result of his visiting the island or the force that drove him here. For the syphilis, a drunk driver smashing his insides into a pulp as he stumbled these paths, I can only offer my empathy. We're all victims of our age. My disease is the internal combustion engine and the cheap fermentation of yeast.
Let's all go to Lanesbury's. Ian, do you like going to Lanesbury's? Ian? Do you know what Lanesbury's is?
They found Jakobsen in early spring. The thaw had only just come. Even though he'd been dead nearly 7 months, his body had been frozen right down to the nerves and had not even begun to decompose.
Yeah.
He'd struggled halfway down the cliff path, perhaps looking for some lost goat, or perhaps in a delirium. and expired,
Sainsbury's.
curled into a claw right under the winter moon. Even the animals
We all go to Lainsbury's, which is
the
Sainsbury's.
mainlanders thought to bring it home unlucky. Donnelly claims they dragged it to the caves to thaw out and rot, but he is proving an unreliable witness.
Imagine if it was actually called Lainsbury's. It'd be quite funny. Sainsbury's, Tesco, Asda, Marks and Spencer's, edittion, Superdrug, Boots, McDonald's, KFC, Burger King, Frankie and Benny's, Pizza Hut.
Climbing down to the caves, I slipped and fell and have injured my leg. I think the femur is broken. It is clearly infected. The skin has turned a bright, tight pink, and the pain is crashing in on waves.
My left arm's
which
gone
tides
yellow
against
because
my
of the
shoreline,
needle.
drowning out the ache of my stones. I struggled back to the bothy to rest, but it has become clear that there is only one way this is likely to end.
So many caves in here.
The medical supplies I looted from the trawler have suddenly found their purpose. They will keep me lucid for my final ascent.
I do see a big hole. Oh, I've got another trophy. Another silver one. Huh. You taking me? Too many holes, that's what it is. At the film.
Donnelly's addiction is my one true constant. Even though I wake in false dawns and find the landscape changing, flowing in constantly through my tears, I know his reaching is always upon me.
I knew it's reaching me. Ooh, if I'm lucky I might find some crystals in and some gold when I'm down here. Should have had tortured me. What do I see anyway? Woohoo! I'm not seeing an owl yet. The brain.
It was as if someone had taken the car and
Oh yes, a
shaken it like
beautiful voice of
cocktail.
a woman. Oh.
The glove compartment had been opened and emptied with the ashtrays and the boot. It made for a crumpled museum, a shattered exhibition.
Okay, where do we go? How will I know? She told me. God, there's some kind of circle I just don't understand. Hey Ian, do you agree with me when a woman starts singing, her voice is beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, we do, man. Ian, Aaron. Ian. Yeah. I reckon it'd do you good on the show, yeah. I reckon it'd do you good on the hot show, mate. Do you still speak to Moneyflow? What did he say to you? What a strange place to be. Bloody hell. Bleed mushrooms now. Oh yeah, I've got the broadcast on. Yeah, it's in the party chat, yeah.
If the caves are my guts, this must be the place where the stones are first formed. The bacteria phosphoresce and rise, singing through the tunnels. Everything here is bound by the rise and fall, like a tide. Perhaps the whole island is actually underwater.
Yeah, I've got the broadcast on here, and click on X on the party chat. You see me? Confusing when you've got to go there. It's not that way. It's the other way. Hold on, man. I think I came through that way, didn't I? Isn't it? Isn't it? I'm just trying to find the other exit way, but I don't know where it is. Is it still working or? Oh. Well, broadcast. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, but this is not the VR game. This is an ordinary game. This one. I've got a VR. Yeah. I got a VR. I got a VR game. What I was playing yesterday. Do you want me to show you that one? I did Mafia 3 yesterday in VR, and I did GTA 5 in VR. I like to take it one step forward, 2 steps backwards or something. Something Mark or something. Mark, it's called something Marked Edition or something. Can't remember the other title. Pretty good though. Surrounded by blue mushrooms everywhere. No, it's just like a thinking game. More of a thinking game, yeah. I won't let me go up there. No. I think I came down there before.
When I was coming round from the operation, I remember the light they shone in my eyes to check for pupil contraction. It was like staring up at a moonlit sky from the bottom of a well. People moved at the summit, but I could not tell if you were one of them.
I think you can, yeah. I'm trying not to get this cave. I'm stuck in the cave. See. The graphics you're in. They're like blue mushrooms. Whoa. Oh yeah. What's that say? Away from the beginning. Whoa. That's crazy, that is. See that in? City here. City, I think. C4Y. It's crazy. It's quite a bit weird one, that is. I have to get my breakfast soon. What time is it, man? Oh, true. Bacon's good, huh? Okay, now where's this fucking wire going? Fucking annoying when the wire gets in the way. 2 seconds. Oh, crap. 2 minutes in, just got this thing back in. So again. See you again, mate. You right, man? Okay, now. Ian, you right? Ian? Ian, Aaron, Ian. Pretty weird. Underwater. I'm swimming underwater and I'm on the motorway. Yep. Well, experience, isn't it? Another trophy. Ooh, nice. Ooh, the moon. Follow the moon, boy.
I sat here and watched two jets carve parallel white lines into the sky. They charted their course, and I followed them for 21 minutes until they turned off near Sanford and were lost. If I were a gull, I would abandon my nest and join them. I would starve my brain of oxygen and suffer delusions of transcendence. I would tear the bottom from my boat and sail across the motorways until I reached this island once again. We shall begin to assemble our own version of the North Shore. We will scrawl in dead languages and electrical diagrams and hide them away for future theologians to muse and mumble over. We will send a letter to Esther Donnelly and demand her answer. We will mix the paint with ashes and tarmac and the glow from our infections. We will paint a moon over the Sanford Junction and blue lights falling like stars along the hard shoulder.
Yeah, how's it going, Ian? No.
Hall by the roadside, by the exit for Damascus, all ticking and cool,
I don't know, just
all feathers and
thought it
remorse.
looked pretty cool when you
All
put
of
the VR
these
glasses on it.
signals routed like traffic through the circuit diagrams of our guts. Those badly ridden boats torn bottomless in the swells, washing us forever ashore.
There's a man talking about a story about Wolverhampton and Bristol. Oh yeah, a bit like Red Dead Redemption.
From here, I can see my armada. I collected all the letters I'd ever meant to send to you, if I'd have ever made it to the mainland.
I got
but I'd
four
instead collected at the bottom of
Ian,
my
I got
rucksack,
4 silver trophies
and I
on this
spread
game
them out
and 1
along the
bronze.
lost beach. Then I took
Yeah,
each and
if
every
really
one,
there's a deal, there's
and
a
I
deal.
folded them into boats. I folded you into the creases, and then, as the sun was setting, I set the fleet to sail. Shattered into 21 pieces, I consigned you to the Atlantic, and I sat here until I'd watched all of you sink.
Mish, yeah. I know. I've got my glasses on anyway, as well. Yeah. Are you on the rebels? Yeah. You can't go too far in it though. You can't go too far like in the water because yeah. Looking for things, it's probably just looking around. It's like a storybook, I think. It can actually kill you in this bit, but the other part, yeah. If you're going into a cave, you can go underwater, but it sounds like a car noise, you know, like when you turn in the corner and you put the indicators on. Candles. Where the hell do I go from here? Something Mark edition. Markable edition. I'll try and find it now. It's called Dear to Dear Esther or something. Yeah? It says Dear Esther. Looks like something Dear Esther or something. Mark's edition. So, where's it going now? This is confusing a bit. I think I came down the, which way did I go? Oh, so, which way did I go? Came down the hill. Didn't remember. I'm on BH to base camp. It's B to the A to the V E R. Vestar. Slack my tar. Fuck it, you don't even know who you are. A light room? You heard that? I hear noises, I must go this way. Let's get down to the crumpets. Listen, there's some dealings. I'm mad again in here. I know, yeah. Too many candles. Oh god, this game's confusing, but the hell out of me, but I've done it all right though. In the new palace. Well guys, this is me, Jurgen. Thank you for joining my VR experience. Hope you've all enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. Add me on PS4. And like I say, thank you for watching the broadcast, and I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy. Give me a fucking headache.